the only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule, that guy, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. We got KG in the building. KG, what's really good?
The boys back in town, man.
We are back. We are back in
boys
town.
Back in town.
All right, that's enough of that, Spencer.
That's
right
Eagles' favorite. Larry Onoff. Love that. It's
a great
Requested it. Boys are back in town. Trooper in the warm-up for the home games.
Oh, yeah.
Little known fact. Way to go, Spenny.
Spenmo Rex, what's popping?
Hello.
Hello. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I got some of the best sleep of my life last night. Windows open, fan on, wrapped up in a blanket.
You are wild.
Man, it was amazing. It was glorious.
Fucking animal, this guy.
I need to be cold when I sleep.
Steve Wilds, thanks, Neil, for hurting Hutch. I got some reports about that, by
I
the
tried
way.
to defend you while you was gone. I swear I did.
Okay. We're going to get into it, everybody. We're going to get into it. The Tiger season came to an end.
It did.
Got to get into that a little bit. There's some news out of Tigers camp.
Yep, Sky Harris talked. I know it's one thing in there that you ain't necessarily care for. I didn't either, but
We're going to get into it. Yes, we'll survey. I know that everybody demands that we survey the landscape of the tradescape. I do want to give you my take on it. I think it's a little bit different than most, as you figured it might be. Big Con 51, Crosby has to want out now. We'll discuss it, everybody. We'll get there. D-Mac, good to see you again, brother.
Good to see you too, bud. How was the? I was up in the UP. Shout out to Newberry and everybody who was up there this weekend. Had a great time. Be heading back up there snowmobile season for sure. But how were you? Were on the West Coast?
I was. Yeah, as a matter of fact.
How was that?
It was great. It was 106 in Phoenix.
nice.
Oh, it was perfect.
God, that
Did
sounds
you bring
terrible.
some back?
No, obviously not.
Yeah,
It's freezing out here.
Yesterday is the first Monday in a long time that I did not play golf because I will not be out there in 52-degree weather.
106 sounds terrible.
Yes. Dante 151. Next game for the Jets is Sunday night against the Steelers. Because I was a little bit laggy yesterday, I did end up falling asleep about 9 p.m. So I didn't get to take it all in. I did go back and catch the highlights. I do know how it ended, of course. MPWMU, did the wing season start yet? Oof. No, I mean, yeah. Not many people beating the Rangers, man. They were a 2.5-1 underdog yesterday, so that kind of went according to. They're a 500-ish team, everyone. And
And I know it's 3 games in, but you know what? There's some questions that need to be talked about now because right
Well,
now,
they addressed one.
if this team plays like this for the past 3, and you know, shout out to the shutout on Saturday against a good Nashville team that's made adjustments in Cam Talbot in his first game as a Red Wing. But there are questions about this team, and a lot of it comes down to production. But holy cow, I mean, you're going to give up 4 goals and here and there and stuff like that. You can't win in this league.
Can't win that way. Can't do it. No doubt about it. But jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts out there, and we read them. BD thought criminal. No Reddick. He's not a Motor City Dan Campbell guy. We're gonna go through. We're gonna go through the list.
That's all you've been hearing his name.
Everybody calm. That we're gonna get to it. Everybody. I do want to talk about it though. Just the Monday Night Football game, real quick. I'm gonna spend a ton of time on it. But here's a little stat for you. Aaron Rodgers through 6 games this year has the exact same amount of points that Zach Wilson had through 6 games last year.
Ooh.
Meet the new guy, same as the old guy.
Meet the new boss.
So again, for all you people, and since we do this now at this network, as I was told by some of my my insiders, some of my moles, people like Sam Flannel and the like, that were like, Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, look out. It was always going to end this way.
Thank you, Neil.
Always it was going to end this way, D-Mac.
Good to have you back.
You know, the Jets are funny because, you know, they fire the coach and whatever. Can't be Aaron Rodgers. They're going to move on. They lose. Who knows what they're going to excuse. But now, you know, you see through the ticker that Devontae Adams his former wide receiver in Green Bay. That's what Las Vegas looks like. He's going to get traded to the Jets. So the one thing I do respect about Woody Johnson and the Jets, whatever, is that he's all in. If this is going south, they're going south real hard altogether. So can't say he's not giving Aaron Rodgers everything in his toolbox to succeed, and he's just not succeeding.
Too little, too late. That's all it is.
I mean, I think that's a little premature. Like,
What?
too little, too late, and this is always how it's going to end.
It was always going to end
Still
like
a lot
this.
of football left. Still got over 10 weeks of football.
You believe in that shit show? Over
I
there?
believe in Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams as a connection, and I think it's going to be a lot better.
Oh, here we go again. Okay,
Right.
Spenny.
Is adding a great wide receiver not going to make the offense better?
They had a great wide receiver already.
And now they have two.
Okay.
So
Keep adding. There's just more reasons why,
Re-rack, everybody. Re-rack.
throwing Mike Williams under the bus. Come
Mike
on,
Williams
man.
sucks.
I understand that, but
They're
you
2
don't
and 4, dude.
You don't throw your
Yeah,
guys.
that's
They're
fair.
2 and 4,
That's fair.
and the division's off the table.
I wouldn't say that.
Jason Buffalo down 2.5 games behind them.
Yeah,
with
there's
11
still
left.
a lot of football left. You guys are acting like it's week
They're
10.
going to go to Buffalo and win.
Yeah, they very well could.
Shit, okay.
Coffee.
I'll put a coffee on
Get
that.
him,
there you
Neil.
go.
Get him.
And I hate to do that. That was like a D-back. That was a bad snap reaction.
I just
Right.
you guys are acting like it's week 13. The
It may as
season
well
is
be
still
for them.
No,
They're
it's
not
not
winning this division. There's no chance
No
they could win that
chance
division.
at all.
None.
That's crazy.
Oh, Devontae Adams going to come save them, huh?
He's going to be a huge part of their offense going forward. Yes.
Cool. Well, I heard the same thing about Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
I heard the same thing about
Aaron
Brees
Rodgers.
Hall. I heard the same thing about all that.
But there is something there, though.
I just think
mean,
you
if there's
guys-
ever any match, we've seen these two before. That's the one thing that you can't, the chemistry there, right? Like
This ain't the same Aaron
again,
Rodgers.
Neil, I'm with you. It's always going to end bad. But for all you Rodgers haters or non-believers, isn't this what you want? Give him everything he's got.
Yeah.
And if he can't prove it, that it even backs your case even more.
And
Yeah.
if you don't believe it's going to happen, that's fine. But to say it's over, it's done, it's
it
gone,
is.
is ridiculous.
You're 2 and 4, dude. You're 2 and 4. You're not winning the division.
Although
It's
you
a
know what
17-game season.
They
2 and
needed
4
that
isn't a
game
death
last night.
They're
sentence.
2.5 back of the Bills with 11 to go, Spenny.
Yeah, 11
It's
games.
over.
That's 11 games.
It's over. They're going to make up 3 games on them
They could.
in 11?
They very well
no
could.
chance
It's a
of that.
long season. It's the NFL.
They don't need to
chance
have a
of that.
coach. Robert Sala's gone, man. Nathaniel Hackett's been demoted.
Nathaniel Hackett sucks.
He does, but it's a shit show over there. I'm not buying it.
Here's
I'm
the
sorry.
one thing for us who watched the game last night, what Aaron Rodgers doesn't look like the old Aaron Rodgers. It's not the arm. It's not to throw it into the holes and stuff. It's his mobility stepping up in the pocket. I remember Aaron Rodgers thinking of him as when he scrambles back and the ends start pushing him in. He steps up and then makes usually a throw. He's dangerous. He's not moving. He's not mobile. That Achilles is, so to your point,
was damn near crawling the
I
other
think he's
night.
done because he's going to get caught in the blender here one of these days by one of these defensive tackles. So
That New York media is getting to him. He's not accountable. I don't see it working. This is not the Aaron Rodgers that was hooking up with Devontae all those years ago. It's different now.
Okay, well, we'll see it play out.
Yeah.
we're going to see.
We gonna
gonna
see.
We always do, right?
I'll be accountable if I'm wrong.
So
I won't be, though.
So will I, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I'm mad that I fell asleep last night and was robbed of watching it. That's the point of the story.
Yep.
Like that is the
That
point
in
of the
Jerry
story.
World this weekend, chef's kiss.
It was because, didn't it be Spenny, Jets driving whatever to go up a touchdown. They had that game in hand
Yeah.
and sort of gave it away.
Yep.
Yep, like they've done a couple times this year.
And then he got lucky without that fumble. That should have been a fumble.
Should have been a fumble for sure.
But anyways,
D-Mac.
karma's real.
Spenny asked a question too. Speaking of New York, real quick, I sent the tweet out after the Tigers lost, and I said that this loss is unfortunate because it makes me have to do something that I can't stand, and that means that I am forced to kind of pull for Cleveland or the Dodgers because, guys, I can't stomach an all-New York World Series. I can't. I'm opting out of it. If
No
it
Subway
happens,
Series for you?
Can you even imagine?
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Matt's
it,
will be having
D-Mac.
his own watch party.
Oh my God. I couldn't even imagine it. So
on
Spenny,
OnlyFans.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He's all OnlyFans.
Man's be going crazy.
No, he would.
because Spenny, you asked a question. You said, "Are you rooting for the Yankees?" And you know what? I think it's a valid question.
I am.
And that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm getting that vibe from people.
Fuck Cleveland.
But Spenny, I just can't. I can't chance it.
I want him to hit Stephen Kwan. Every single time. Every time that little fucker steps in the
Stephen
batter's
Kwan's
box.
like this generation's Larry Bird,
I hate
dude.
that guy.
The new Ichiro,
He's
apparently.
so good.
Like,
Scrappy.
I hate him. Like I
Yeah,
hated
of course,
Larry
'cause
Bird.
he's good. Because
It's a guaranteed hit every
just
time he comes up.
torched your team, but hopefully continues to do it. So, is that what who you cheering? Dodgers, Yankees? Is that what you want?
No. I don't want a New York series.
Oh, you
World
want
Series.
Cleveland?
Whoever. Just Cleveland or the Dodgers. Or both.
So one New York team
One New
can
York team
win, one
can't. Right.
Okay.
Just Dodgers do the right thing. All right. Just go ahead and win the World Series. Just please, because I can't take the New York thing. That media would be insufferable. And if
well, what would you care? You're not watching.
I mean, I am opting out. 100%.
Yeah, so what do you care, Kenny?
Right.
I think I'm in for it.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing it.
I'm down for a New York.
I don't mind seeing it, man. And yet again, the Yankees will probably choke it off, and the Mets will be your World Series champions. But I'm not opposed to it at all.
No, I ain't.
Thomas Perry's Mike G going to go after Neil today. I tuned in for the fireworks. Please do, Mike G.
No, Mike
please.
G been coming at you.
Go ahead. I'm here. I'm here.
Mike G, my dog. You my dog, but some of that is a little unjustified. He pretty much is calling you the Hutch hater, and you the reason.
Okay.
That
Well,
he
you
got
guys
hurt.
got heat or something?
I don't know.
He's upset that Hutch is hurt, and he blames Neil because he felt like Neil was hating on him the entire time.
Because I said I wanted to see a little more, and then we saw a little more.
Right. So
That's a weird way of saying you were right, Neil. It's a weird way of saying it.
here you go.
It's like arguing at home.
It's a weird way.
Yeah, it's like arguing in the house.
Yeah.
Weird way of saying you were right. Mike G, I was pissed. Go ahead. No, Mike G, I heard you had a lot to say. So go on and say what you got to say. Say what I'm right here, bro.
You done pull it up now. What's up with it?
Yeah, say what you got to say, bro. I'm here all day till 1 o'clock. All right, and tomorrow I'll be here all day till 1 o'clock. So yeah. Detroit Dabber, Neil Rule's a master of tones and breaker of bones. Nah, I have people for
Morning.
Wait, is
Tammy.
he blaming you for Hutch's injury?
I don't know.
that. I guess.
Wait.
Yes.
For why?
He felt like Neil's negative energy may have helped cause that.
What negative
come
energy
on,
could I
Mike.
have? The dude was leading the
All right,
league in
all right, I'm
sacks
gonna
and was
stop
on his
this.
way to be the defensive player of the
Neil,
year.
I agree.
Time out.
I agree.
Deal with a lot of bullshit a lot of the times and seriously to whatever. Do you not think, and realistically, the way Aiden Hutchinson plays and whatever else that he comes around that end, it's an unfortunate incident. There's nothing about this, like.
Yeah, it wasn't even his fault.
There's
A lean
nothing
fell
about
on him. It
putting
wasn't
it
even his
into the
fault.
thing and wanting more. It's the biggest loss, and sit there and suffer it. And it's a lot. If I was going to compare it to anything, it was like my first year losing Sergei Fedorov or losing Steve Yzerman.
Yeah.
Right? In your first few games of the season and stuff when you're projected to be a Stanley Cup. Yeah, now Sergei Fedorov stepped up and it was sort of his coming out party or whatever like this. But like as far as this is just unfortunate. The best part is it's a break.
Correct.
Clean
Right?
break,
There's
yeah.
not
And Dr. Pierce will be here today, and we'll kind of break it all
because
down.
a lot of the questions to answer. But I mean, as far as that I mean, is this not the league of 100% injury? Right? What do we talk about all the time? As long as they stay healthy. Now it's unfortunate, but to me, I said to you when I walked in, and I went, it's not a bit as big as I think everybody thinks it is because of the rest of that defense. Like last year, it would have been horrific, right, to establish. But this year, this defense, and you look at the way that the team's talking about it and all the different players on offense and defense, I believe this is a bigger rallying cry. You know, this is the adversity that they had to face, right? Like, this is the biggest adversity. Look at last week. You play without Ragnow on offense, and look what you do. So why don't I think in this situation, we can all be really upset with each other that the incident happened, but let's move forward and see how we're going to deal with it instead of blaming I'm the karma guy. That was not karma from Neil or anything else. That was unfortunate to a guy that plays absolutely hard like the recklessness. I was a guy that played reckless and I got injured because of it in some messed up ways.
But you had to play reckless.
You had to
be
play
in the
reckless
league.
to play it. But I mean, this ain't the same Lions team we're talking about. I mean, this defense isn't the same defense. Yes, it's a loss. Yes, are they worse without Hutch? Of course, because he's one of the best in the league. But let's just wait and see. and no perfect time for adversity, then let's go against the first place Minnesota Vikings and stuff like this. What do you think the message is to the? Do you think these guys are embracing this?
Yeah.
I believe they are.
Absolutely.
We embracing it maybe too, and it's not to that extreme again, but to losing a Vladimir Konstantinov, not for a career, but for a season and going out and winning in 98, back to back, right? Like there's rallying cries, and I see more of that than I do anything else. So let's grow up. If we're going to blame anybody, Mike, we blame Sam Flannel. Now, that's just facts. Now, if you got a Michigan thing with Neil, go be it. But we're all in this together, and that's enough of that stuff. It's what are we going to do forward?
No, absolutely. All right, let's do this. Let's take the break. I do want to talk about the Lions game for a moment, and then we will get into the Hutchinson thing. And I promise you, we'll play the fantasy football with everybody. All right, we'll do the Madden game. We'll do the NFL trade machine stuff that you guys all love, okay? We'll get there. Why are you looking at that? Why are you laughing like that? Why you got that look on your face?
I'm just happy to have you back. That's all.
Well, it's good to be back.
We ain't good, but we good, and I defended you while you were gone. So.
Well, then we're real. Then we are good.
We getting there.
We've been getting there for 9 months,
hey, man.
All right, tell them about Salvation Army, D-Mac.
Absolutely. Have you ever thought about volunteering but don't know where to start? Start with the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign. Visit registertoring.com to sign up for shifts. You'll have an option to choose a 2-hour session at a physical Red Kettle site or participate in a virtual bell ringing shift to raise funds from the comfort of your own home. Virtual bell ringers can sign up and begin raising funds at any time. Traditional bell ringing begins on Friday, November 7th and runs through Christmas Eve, excluding Thanksgiving and Sundays. To sign up for volunteer shifts, visit registertoring.com today.
About Caesars.
Yes, sir. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. And a lot of you have done it already, you've told me, but there's still the avenue to do it if you have not as of yet. You want to jump into the sports betting world? Everybody's having a lot of fun doing it. You're watching Spenmo win parlays every single week. Jump in there. Scan the QR code on the screen. Caesar Sportsbook. They'll give you the opportunity, everyone. You can make your initial deposit, make your first bet. If your first bet loses up to $1,000, you'll get that money back as a bonus bet. So there it is, everybody. Jump into there. Use promo code Woodward1000. Make your deposit. Make your first bet. If your first bet loses up to $1,000, they will give that back to you as a bonus bet. There's no better way to get in there and try it out, everybody. The app is very, very smooth. It's visually appealing. Not all the sportsbooks apps are built the same, everybody, but Caesar Sportsbook's clean interface. It's not laggy, none of that crap. They are on top of the game, and they're the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. It is Caesar Sportsbook. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's up, everybody? Dr. Pierce, our injury insider. He'll be here today about 12:15 here on Big D Energy. He's from the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. He breaks down injuries. He gives you advice, too, what you can do as a weekend warrior. He's helped myself out. He's helped Spenny out. He can help you out as well. Scan the QR code on the screen. If you're a weekend warrior, maybe you got some of those nagging pain, those types of things, stiffness, all of that. He can help you with that, everybody. Trust me, I know. He's helped us out here at Woodward Sports. 248-426-9944. He'll be here about 12:15. Obviously, we'll be talking about the Aiden Hutchinson stuff, and his appearance comes courtesy of Amon-Ra of Southfield. All right, we're off and running. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, D-Mac. Of course, you have KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. I think all of you know, but maybe some of you don't. Some NFL breaking news. The Raiders have traded Davante Adams to the Jets. It's a conditional third-round pick that can turn into a second-round pick depending on production. So that's out there as well. Don't worry, Davante Adams is going to come save it, everybody. So there you go. But no, let's get into it. DNCE. All right, you know what? Fine. We're not going to talk about the game. All right, let's just get into it. DNCENT. I don't get Neil's underlying hate of adding good players to our teams. Okay, let's get into it then, everybody.
Oh, God.
D-Mac, you and I kind of have a similar vibe. You explained it to some degree. I am along the lines in your camp. Is it devastating to lose him? Obviously, it's devastating to lose a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Probably was the likely favorite. Found that next gear that we talked about this year.
We were robbed.
100%. It sucks. But when you break it all down, and Dr. Pierce will be here later on in the show, D-Mac, it was funny the timing of it all. We got back from the Golden State game and got back to the hotel and was sitting there eating dinner, and there was some of the Pistons medical team around. And they said exactly what you said. When they were looking at it, they said that some of the positive signs were that the bone didn't pop out of the skin. That was a positive. They said, and obviously they don't know, they talked about the nerve damage stuff, which is something Dr. Pierce talked about. They said it should be fairly straightforward in that they'll put the rod in, and then that's it going forward. And it's not career ending or anything like that, though it is likely season ending. But D-Mac, when you break this all down, here's what it is. And DNCENT, and for the people like it, let's discuss it then. Because I know everyone wants to run to the Madden trade machine right now and plug in their little trades that they want to do, not based in reality at all. But overall, you and I are kind of in lockstep. It sucks. It doesn't end the franchise. This isn't Black Monday. The stock market's not crashing or anything like that. They've already made a move. They signed Isaiah Thomas, a defensive end from the Bengals, from the Bengals practice squad.
Oh, great.
So they did make a move, okay? But with that being said, D-Mac, when you boil this all down, they're what, 4-1, right?
Yep.
So there's 12 regular season games, hopefully 3 or 4 playoff games. When you boil this all down, he's not gone forever. He's gone for about 16, 17 games, and that's it.
No, I mean, and it's a loss. But what are you gonna do? And if you don't think that Brad Holmes isn't going to pick up the phone and knock on doors and see what he can do, but I don't believe and we talked about this before, with the way that he goes about business, is that he's gonna mortgage any of the future, which is how he's built this team, unless they believe, they're in a position right now. Did we not all agree that this is if not the best, but one of the top teams in the NFL? Our Super Bowl, we just watched them do, right?
Well, I don't know, D-Mac. I don't know, because I did the pregame show with Sean on Sunday, and about the last half hour of the show, something popped in my head, and I asked the people, I said, what do you guys think of the Lions season so far? And people were just like, meh. And I'm like, meh. That was the thought process.
Well, man, because everybody thinks you got to come out and you're going to have that performance in week 1. Did Dan Campbell not pretty much tell us the offense won't be clicking until after the bye week? And then when they do, look at the plays. Look at the creation. The Sewell play, the offensive play that they ran it to him or whatever they've been working on since last year or whatever. No, this is right now. So as this team goes, if this team believes they are that one person away, if it's Max Crosby or whatever, then there's serious consideration to go for that. If they think they can get there without having to mortgage the draft picks and the capital, because it goes further than that. It goes to rookie contracts. It goes to where the draft pick. And I know it's got to be a late first round pick, but they got to evaluate and balance this. This is another conversation where you get to different levels. Well, they've gone to this next level, and this is a conversation they're going to have. And to me, whatever they decide, I'm good with.
Because here's the bottom line, D-Mac, for the people that want to run to the trade machine and the DNCENTs and everybody in the chat, let me phrase this a different way, okay? Like the Max Crosby thing. Say it's the Max Crosby thing. So when you run and you make that snap judgment and say, how about I phrase it like this instead of saying it like it's 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby? Let me say it this way. What if it's 2 Terrion Arnolds and cost you Aleem McNeil?
Yes.
That's the cost of acquisition. That's not a snap yes decision.
It is a snap yes decision.
It's not a snap yes decision.
It is a snap yes decision.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is, because I'm trying to win a fucking Super Bowl. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl this year.
Yo,
it is a snap yes decision.
It's not a snap yes decision.
If it means two
decision.
Terrion Arnolds and Aleem McNeil doesn't resign here, I'm fucking doing it.
2 rookie contracts that have proven to be very, very valuable, and it cost you Aleem McNeil.
Yes, I'm doing it.
That's not nothing.
Yes, it is. I'm doing
Spenny,
it.
you know what, man? Like, I understand your like and the people that have that opinion and all that stuff. But for you to sit there and say, "Oh, snap, yes," no.
Yes, I want to win a Super Bowl. You will not win a Super Bowl without Aiden Hutchinson on this team. You won't. He's your best player. You're not going to win the Super Bowl without him. You need to get someone.
And you're not going to win it with Crosby necessarily.
Why not?
Hey,
why wouldn't you?
Why would you?
Adding Max Crosby wouldn't make you more comfortable about winning a Super Bowl?
Would it make me feel better about it? Yes. Does it cost me Aleem McNeil and 2 rookie contracts? No, I don't like that.
I do.
I don't like that.
I like winning a Super Bowl. That's what
I like having the best GM in the NFL that flipped this organization around in 3 years, primarily, exclusively through the draft.
Exactly.
Then I want to let him cook.
He flipped it around. It's already flipped around. You don't need to keep flipping it. It's ready to go. You need one piece to win a Super Bowl.
My question to both of you is, and I love the passion on both sides, but are you good with whatever Brad Holmes does, whether he does something or he doesn't?
100%, yeah.
For sure.
Right, so you guys,
but you don't seem like you are.
Do you guys both
Why is that? Has he done it yet? Has he made his decision yet?
No. And
okay, so why would I seem
and
like I'm not okay with it?
Because
just
you're
a
giving that
blanket
vibe
statement
right now. If he doesn't
How?
do anything.
Because I want to trade for Max Crosby.
If he doesn't do anything,
I ride with Brad Holmes. Go for it.
Then you're fine.
Yes.
Then what are we talking about?
We're talking about what I want to do. It's my opinion. It's a sports show.
That's the best.
I'm not going to sit here.
Spenny.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, any option is good in the future for me, so I'm always right. This is what I want to happen. If he doesn't do it, okay, I still trust in Brad Holmes, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't want Max Crosby on this team.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend like 2 rookie contracts and Aleem McNeil is nothing.
It's not nothing. It's Max Crosby. Is Max Crosby nothing?
No, I'm saying that's not
Super
nothing
Bowl
to give up.
This is where we're at.
Okay, you're guaranteed to win the Super. If Max Crosby comes,
you are the Super Bowl favorite. You are the Super Bowl favorite.
Guaranteed, it's over.
You are the Super Bowl favorite if you get Max Crosby.
There's no first-round picks the next 2 years, which are the 5-year rookie
you
contracts.
Are the Super Bowl
by the way,
favorite.
there's none of that. And Aleem McNeil's gone.
So there, you guys are having the conversation a little bit more heated than what's going.
But
Brad Holmes
this is what it is.
No, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are having the same conversation. Is Max Crosby get us a Super Bowl? Right? Because if Max Crosby, that one player that organization believes puts them over the edge to win a Super Bowl, then they're going to have that conversation. Then they got to break down what it costs and whatever. And then when they come to the end of it, is the rub worth everything else? So this is what great teams have. It's the same thing as, what do you think San Francisco and all those other with the moves that they make, the trades, who are the teams making all the trades? LA back in the day, the Rams and stuff like this. To Spenny's point, you have elevated to a next level, right? Because if you ask anybody in this league that has watched the Detroit Lions or whatever, not think that they are a Super Bowl loading team, which Final Four, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So then you got to say, because if the answer is this guy puts us over the edge, you have to go get him. It's a Dominic Hasek thing.
And do I think they're going to get Max Crosby? No. Even I think that's a little far-fetched. I don't think the Raiders are going to trade him. But am I saying no to him for 2 firsts and Aleem McNeil, which you'll still have Aleem McNeil for this run? You just won't be able to re-sign him? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think
if you trade for Max Crosby, you win the Super Bowl.
I think that you're in the Mark Royal camp right now, Neil. So if he does make the trade, you okay with that? Because you sound like you're not. I'm not saying that I'm not okay with it. I'm saying it's not trade machine, your fantasy league. Like it's not.
Right.
It's not just something that you.
Let me help you.
Yes.
What you're saying is, guys, did you look behind the curtain to see? I'm just familiar with what the repercussions are to making a deal like this, and it goes against how he's operated for the past 3 or 4 years. But to Spenny's point, you're in a different position than you've ever been in, so new conversations have to happen. We just think like trade this, that. You're telling us, guys, this is what it means if you do that. It could be a Arnold and a this and a that. And if we're all, you're either good with it or you're not. And I think that everybody, because because it's Super Bowl, right? That's the question. It's Super Bowl loading. Like really like over the edge loading. And so we'll see. I don't think, because I think that the asking price will be a little too much. But if there's something to be done where it works out, where even you'd say like, oh, wow, that's the deal that I think they're going to make. And I'd be looking at, is there a guy under Max Crosby that wouldn't cost you?
Which we'll get to in the next segment, D-Mac. That's a great
There's
segue
plenty of
on your
options.
part. There are a ton. There are more options than we even think that there is.
Yeah.
And we are going to get into that next. And again, Mike G, the best squad we've had in years. We can't be cheap now. This is what, see, if Spenny, here's the problem I have with it. You know, and you're a reasonable man, and you say if he doesn't do anything, I'm cool. You weren't always like that in the past, but you are
I wouldn't
now.
be happy with it, but I believe in Brad Holmes.
So I get the feeling that there's more Mike G's out there than there are you out there. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because, and Aiden Hutchinson is a Defensive Player of the Year loading this year. And Mike G and you people, I asked for a little more, and guess what we got? More. And I liked it a lot. Now, with that being said, still, even Hutch, even Amon-Ra St. Brown, the most dangerous weapon that this organization has still is Brad Holmes with a draft card handing it to the commissioner. It's been proven time and time again. Gold jackets loading, all of it. It's been proven. I just think that a lot of people are being very, very flippant about 2 first-round picks and the money it takes, possibly costing you a Lee McNeil or somebody of the like.
And I get that, Neil.
People are being flippant about it.
I'm in the same camp because, once again, the answer lies in the middle. And I know we up against a break, but the answer truly lies in the middle with this team. They don't need to react out of desperation, but at the same time, you have to look at this thing logically. You have lost both of your starting defensive ends for the season because we just totally forgot about Marcus Davenport. And hell, even if you want to throw Kyle Pecco,
we never knew him.
Yeah, well, right? But even if you want to throw Kyle Pecco in there, who is somebody that contributed over the last couple games, he's gone for the year too. So I do think that a move needs to be made there, but also I don't want to mortgage all the future because that is your GM's best attribute.
Well, Ethan Roselle, we're contenders. Make the trade, time to go all in. And you're going to tell me go all, quote, all in?
Because, look, I have no problem going all in, but we do have to look at the other side that if it doesn't work. If you go all in and they don't win the Super Bowl,
then what?
Then we got a lot more questions.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the only thing. But
you have Aiden Hutchinson and Max Crosby next year. Oh, darn.
Okay. But then, like, when that starts to take its toll on your interior defensive line and you can't re-sign, when you look down the landscape of the roster and you can't make those moves with guys that have been in your system that have taken you to this point.
Yeah.
Taking you to this
for
point.
sure.
So
I believe in Brad Holmes to make draft picks to fill those holes.
Well,
in
he
the
won't
third,
have any picks.
Oh, he won't have any picks at all ever.
No,
He's not going to have any picks in the draft. We haven't seen second, third, fourth, fifth round picks that Brad Holmes has made come in here and be starters. If you have Aiden Hutchinson and Max Crosby, you don't need guys to be transcendent players.
You get the 5
Max
years.
Crosby is more valuable than a first round pick.
And Neil, I do agree with that, but they are at a point now where you don't necessarily need to keep adding young talent to this team. You have your guys that you want to lock up.
I think the bottom line is that are you good? It's are you good if they make the move and it fails, and they don't make the
You're gonna have to.
What if Max Crosby comes here and gets hurt? Right? Are you willing to make that move and at that? And I think that where we're at, and you talk about windows with the way the rest of the team is built, this might be that window to make this move. The first one that he's had to make. But again, if he makes this move, he's going to know what it means for him. Down with whether it's picks, signing, whatever, it might change the whole, he might be going from algebra to geometry.
Yeah.
But that's what good teams do, right? And the thing I think that we all get here, in Holmes we trust. That hasn't changed to anything else. We're going to argue about this and that, but at the end of the day, you have to.
Yeah.
He's got us to this point, right? That's what it is.
Just like a haircut at Lady Jane's.
Hell
You have
yeah,
to.
man.
Elite. You have to.
Elite.
Get one of these if you want. Walk in any Lady Jane's for men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, enjoy a $20 haircut special. Scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of the talented stylists. Take advantage of our $20 haircut special to scan the code and get your coupon right there, up there. Lady Jade's Haircuts, rent up 70s a week, walking 8 times, wicked awesome.
And let me tell you about 1800 Tequila, the official tequila of the Woodward Sports live watch parties and post-game shows. A proud partner of the Detroit Lions, 1800 Tequila is the smoothest taste in tequila. So next time you're reaching for something to drink, make sure you reach for that 1800 Tequila bottle. And please, please, drink responsibly.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. There's 18 Feldman Automotive locations in and around the metro Detroit area. We know about Feldman Chevrolet in Novi because they are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. They're one of the top EV sellers in the nation, as a matter of fact, as well. But what if you want a Ford? What if you want a Kia? Whatever kind of car you want, FeldmanAuto.com is the stop. You can even start the buying process online. Take advantage of the Feldman Advantage, the very best car buying process in the game. I got my car during the course of our show. That's how quick it was. So again, FeldmanAuto.com, they're the best in the game. They're rooted in the community. They do great work with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital as well. They've been around since 1996. They ain't going anywhere. I say ain't for a fact. Trademark Ryan Ermanni. FeldmanAuto.com. All right, keeping it pushing.
Are we?
Spirited.
It got a little heated here.
Spirit. No, I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it.
This is what it's been, the tale of two camps.
Spenny, we still good?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
See, if that was us, if that was us, that would have fucked us up right there.
Woodward Sports chat.
We've been through a couple trade deadlines together. You're right. I know how these conversations go.
Yeah, it's just that time of year.
Yeah,
It's just that time of year for us. Steve-O, baby, Neil, can I say something? Hey, Woodward Sports chat, instead of complaining one player being injured and asking for a trade, why don't you be happy with the Lions that they're 4-1? And Steve-O, baby, I think that's lost in the wash.
Yeah.
And I know, but I get the duality of it because Sunday was one of the greatest moments in Lions regular season history, I feel like.
And one of the worst.
Yep.
But it feels like we lost.
Yes.
Yeah. It legit feels like we lost the game.
It went from my favorite Lions game that I've ever watched to my least favorite Lions game in a single play.
And it's wild duality we're living. Mm-hmm. But such are the swings when you're at the top of the mountain.
Exactly. All the teams go through it. All the good teams go through it.
100%. Detroit supremacy. We need a pass rusher that fits into the culture. So I do want to discuss that because that's what everybody wants to say. Jay Thomas on to Minnesota. Oh, don't worry, we're going to get into the Minnesota thing.
I wait.
Stay on their mind.
I can't wait. This your week, man.
100%.
This your week,
oh,
Neil.
and the Lions are a 2.5-point underdog.
They're underdog.
Oh,
yeah.
no chance.
Yeah, right.
We can't. There's no way that they're going into big bad Minnesota and beating the vaunted Minnesota Vikings
That
with
skull
Sam
chant.
Darnold.
Oh my God.
The horn.
The skull chant's pretty cool, not gonna lie.
F that chant.
I like the Vikings more than our other two rivals. For sure. I don't really consider the Vikings a rival. I don't hate them like I hate the Bears or the Packers. I know you do, Neil.
I do because I got slapped by a female Vikings fan at the Silverdome one time.
That's fair.
I think the chat just popped, I think. I think they all just
What you say about Chris Carter?
Hands on Heyman. KG, they got their hands on Heyman.
Right. For real. Oh my
Neil
God.
Rule, the Paul Heyman
He is though.
of Woodward Sport. Anyway, what did you say?
Some tone.
Did you
It was
deserve
some
it?
tone.
No, I said, look at who you just lost to.
Mike Cato all over again.
Like, look at who you guys just lost to, and you wore these. And she had like the horns on her head. I said, and you left the house today or the hotel room, and you had those horns on your head, thinking there was no way that you guys were going to lose to this Lions team, and you did. That's tough. That's got to be tough.
That is tough.
Neil, your tone gets you into a lot of shit. I just hope you know that.
And then she's like, I'm sick of you Lions fans, and she like slapped me with her husband standing right there.
Yeah.
You won, Neil.
His hands are ready to eat for everybody. I would have uppercutted them.
Right. I was about to say you just knock his wife.
No. Because I'm still in control, right? I was like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like, you
You like that.
Bro.
You get off to mentally toying with people. You do.
I do enjoy it.
I know.
I do enjoy it.
The tone.
What do you mean the tone? It's a factual statement.
It's
She
the
had
tone.
horns on her head, and they just lost to that iteration of the Lions team.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay. Woodward Sports Chat thread. Myles Garrett's the man. I've been saying that. Cleveland is desperate. Ryan's Lions, Cleveland won't let Garrett go. Bet. All right. So here's the thing. Get into it, right, D-Mac? Everybody runs to the Crosby thing, which, we've had that discussion. People have run to the Trey Hendrickson thing. And I don't think that's going to be realistic because the Bengals are going to rip off a couple of wins here because the schedule lightens up.
I hear you.
It just does. And when you have Joe Burrow and you have Jamar Chase, in your mind, you feel as though you are a Super Bowl candidate.
The
right?
Bengals have been here before, too, right? This is
Correct.
sort of their operating mode is to, puke it up early and then come back strong and make a charge, whether they can do it this year or they can't. So that team's going to still stay pretty much intact.
Really could have used the Giants to beat them on Sunday.
Could have.
Really could have used
Yeah,
that.
but you knew.
Yeah.
You knew. It's the Giants in prime time.
Yep.
Like, you know what it is. Woodward Sports Chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts.
Oh, I got a good RIP. I just thought of it.
Oh, yeah, Rest in Peace Tuesday as well.
I got a good one. I literally just thought of it.
Yeah. Jacob Ohm, will it be easier to get Crosby now that Adams is going to the Jets? See, Jacob, here's what we need to understand about this. What is life about, D-Mac? What are negotiations about?
Leverage.
That's it. Leverage. Who has the leverage?
The Raiders.
They do now, and they know you need, right? So
Right.
Yesterday's prices are not today's prices.
Price of a brick going
Would
up.
you say that the Cleveland Browns have more leverage than the Lions?
No.
More leverage.
Browns are drowning
Exactly.
with Deshaun Watson.
And they not getting rid of Deshaun Watson. They got to cut bait somewhere.
Yeah, they can't get
No.
rid of that contract.
I get that, but he's only, 29, right? Myles Garrett's 29?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so.
But they still have no first. You talk about first round picks. They got no first.
They got
round
nothing.
picks. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in a bad spot, no
desperate.
doubt. They're in a bad spot. So, but at the same time, if you're a contender and Myles Garrett's available, are you interested in giving a first? Hell yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're the Lions and you got to pay more, ... You see what I'm saying here? Somebody like Myles Garrett carries the same cost.
True.
And I would say a higher cost
Because of his
because he's
contract.
cheaper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's that out there as well. And I should have. I can actually kind of look it up right now.
Black Miles Garrett jersey. So,
Man, what?
That thing would go hard.
What?
wouldn't it?
so
That shit would be crazy.
That would definitely go hard.
I don't even like thinking about those because
How
I even
about-
said
how
that.
about right? And I saw, and J.J. Watt didn't come to mind. I saw him reply. But what about do you make a phone call to an Aaron Donald?
I
No.
think you do for sure.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's intriguing.
Absolutely. I don't think it's going to
Y'all
happen.
think so?
No, but you got
Absolutely pick up- you pick up the
make
phone
a
and
phone
start
call
that.
though. Because and here's the thing.
Brad knows him.
You have
Well,
a
he's
problem
got a
at
Super Bowl.
You have a problem at edge though.
So I mean,
not
if he
defensive
didn't,
tackle.
but is there that guy out there?
Yeah, but when you have Aaron Donald who gets the edge production from the
tackle spot.
tackle spot and
I
draws
get it.
double teams there all day, it makes your edges look a lot better.
The only thing as I pull up Myles Garrett's numbers, the only thing that does make it somewhat appealing, he's got a huge dead cap number.
Yeah, and he plays the run just as well as Hutch does.
Well, and I'm just talking financials of it. There's wiggle room in there to lessen the cost, to say, hey, we'll eat some of that dead cap number because we can afford to.
So again, what do we learn from Neil? There's two types of money in the cap, and if Sheila and the Lions are willing to throw the cash around, you might be able to. It might be more of a win-win situation for you.
So that's how you got to look at things too. You don't just plug it. See, like your Madden trade machine that everybody goes to doesn't take into account, the salary, the dead cap, all of that. So yeah, Hassan Reddick is a non-negotiable to me.
Yeah.
Off the table.
Yeah, I don't want
not realistic. Dude wants a $75 million contract just to walk in the door.
Not gonna happen.
What is he? 6'1", something like that.
Yeah, I don't.
6'2". He's like completely different. See, we have to
he's a good James Houston.
Yeah, keep this in mind too. Like, I know this doesn't pop up on your trade machines and stuff like that too. You have to take style of play into account.
Absolutely.
Hassan Reddick is completely a 180 from Aiden Hutchinson. And how is your defense geared?
Stopping the run.
With Aiden Hutchinson, right? Like that's you got to take that into account too. That's why like the Hendrickson thing, he's a little more Aiden-like, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But he ain't Aiden.
He not.
Like
nobody's Aiden. Like you said, the only guys that are Aiden in the league are Max Crosby and Myles Garrett. And so Aiden Hutchinson was the best player on this team this year. He was arguably the best defensive player in football this year. So you're not just going to find that one-to-one replacement unless you go crazy and get Max Crosby or Myles Garrett. But I even said that that's not realistic. A guy like Trey Hendrickson, though, again, and I don't think this trade is going to happen next week or in the next couple weeks. But if they make the trade, it's going to be closer to that.
And here's the other thing too. Like everyone that's going to sit here and
get a deal done tomorrow. It's not happening.
Why would you do that?
Thank you.
When you let the other team pay them for 4 or 5 more weeks, save yourself some money.
Right.
Like you see where I'm saying? Like if all of a sudden the wheels fall off, that's a different story. But do we really think the wheels are? Do you expect the Lions to win Sunday?
Yes.
100% I do. 100%.
Not a doubt in my mind.
Them
if
plus
it's got to be
is a gift.
If it's got to be a shootout, so be it.
How do you want it? And it ain't going to be a shootout with Sam Darnold because I know Spenny's guy Kirby is going to pick one off
in the end zone. By the way,
1,000,000%. BB's going to have an impactful play somewhere during that football game.
At least one.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying here?
This defense is
and like
better.
all it takes, D-Mac. I knew that game was over Sunday when we were getting the ball to start the second half. I knew it was a wrap. I knew it was a wrap.
Especially when you can go daily double, score at the end, and
get the rock back again.
I knew it was a wrap after that Brandt's first pick. The way he read that, like, dude, the intelligence of how he came off the ball and he sucked Rain Dakota in to that throw. But they just, like, the defense just starting to come into their own. The offense isn't the offense what we expected it to be?
Yeah, now.
And you look at Tim Patrick, look at the couple of catches he made. He's turning himself into, and you listen to Goff talk about him, but, that guy that Josh Reynolds was for him last year. But to me, it was the defense all around the field, even the coverages, and you're going against CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. That says something.
Woodward Sports Chat, I know we're super late for the break again. Jonah, Neil, does Hassan Reddick put quarterbacks on the ground? I'm asking for a friend. No, because he doesn't show up to play. I have as many sacks as Hassan Reddick does this year. And I've made more money talking about it than he has.
Oh, okay.
This year? Like, come on. For Jonah, the man held out. The organization traded for him. And he held out. You think that fit? What about this team that they've built here in this roster and this organization suggests to you that Hassan Reddick would be a fit under any circumstance?
True. I mean, in his defense, I think the Jets promised him some things.
I can't speak to that. I don't know.
Get, but to your point.
Hasn't played this year. So, and oh, by the way, what's he lost? $6 million, I think, so far, something like that. I forget what the exact number is. Don't you think that he's going to want to try to make that back up on the contract end? I would think so.
Yeah.
So that, Jonah, does he put quarterbacks on the ground? Not this year, because he ain't playing. And I say ain't for effect. Tell them about Sabbath Coffee.
I will tell them about Sabbath Coffee because Sabbath Coffee Roasters is the best in the game. And if you want some delicious, fresh, locally roasted specialty coffee delivered right to your door, all you got to do is go to Sabbath Coffee Roasters and subscribe. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Awake, unwind, support local, and enjoy game day right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch, the best Detroit sports merch in the game. Go to shop.woodwardsports.com. You still want to boot him, kids? I do. So go ahead and get the T-shirt. It's still out there for you to get. We're still selling them. People are still buying those things.
Boo the Cowboys, kids.
Oh, absolutely. Stoke not scared. I don't know. Some of you seem scared now, so maybe that shirt's not for you. But if you think they're going into Minnesota and punching Sam Darnold right in the face like I do, then you're Stoke not scared. I'm standing on business this weekend.
I can't wait.
Standing on business. Shop.woodwardsports.com. All right. It's heated, but emotions are running high because the stakes are high. That's why. This is terrifying and fun, isn't it?
Yeah. It's good to be in this position. Like, we've seen other teams do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lions PR just put a tweet out. When teams have thrown passes in the end zone against the Lions this year, they are 1 of 14, 7.1% for 10 yards, 1 touchdown, and 5 interceptions for a 23.8 quarterback rating.
Wow. This defense is slept on, man.
Every one of Kirby's 4 interceptions have come in the end zone.
I've been saying it all year.
This league is about making them kick field goals and you score touchdowns. That's it. It's been that way. It is that way. It will always be that way. And then if you take it away, even better. That's why this team's good. Teams don't get in the end zone. Or along the way, they kick a couple field goals. And the Lions do. That's it, man. This game is simple. Dante in the chat. Now the Jets looking to trade wide receiver Mike Williams after trading for Adams. So tell me again, Aaron Rodgers isn't pulling the strings. Well, he told you on the McAfee show.
Yep.
He said that was a bit insulting, that people would think that.
I mean, I think every single GM in the NFL would rather have Devontae Adams than Mike Williams.
That's true.
And Aaron Rodgers isn't pulling the strings. He's not pulling the strings.
He's definitely pulling it. I mean,
him and Woody Johnson
Aaron
had a
Rodgers,
nice long
LeBron,
talk.
they got a couple 40-year-olds making the decisions for 2 franchises.
Yes. Thunder God Comics. Neil, the Lions might win, but they ain't punching anyone in the face. Nobody is there to get the sack. Best team in the league in defending the pass inside the red zone, inside the end zone.
That's a fact.
And I don't know that because they didn't say that.
They didn't,
but I'm guessing 1 for 14 with 100 picks.
I doubt any team is 0 for 14.
Yeah.
With more picks, 100%.
But tell me again how the secondary isn't improved and Terrion gets flagged too much.
Kid put on a show in Dallas.
They let him.
They let him
get handsy.
They were letting him go in Dallas for sure. Carlton Davis and CeeDee Lamb were fighting all game.
Yeah. I liked it too.
Me too.
I liked it. In the chat, Brian Branch is uneffing stoppable. Doughboy Steve, the Vikings suck. Oh no, they're great. That's what I was told. Second coming Super Bowl team, 17-0 loading. The 72 Dolphins going to have that champagne on ice forever because it's not happening. Yes, Catspot, I know the Lions' schedule is harder. The Lions are a better team also.
Thank you. Been saying that.
Like it is. It's absolutely linear. All right, real quick. Let's wrap up the other discussion portion of it. Some of the other names, D-Mac, that you asked about, like Zadarius Smith from the Browns. Like, that one's very intriguing. Cost of acquisition is lower. He's, 32, I think?
Yeah, 32, yeah.
But he's more Hutch stylistically, 6'4", 275. I think he could disrupt the pass game the way that Hutch does. Not to say he put a running back on him in space, he's going to lock it down or anything like that, but just make it tougher to throw the ball. What do you got, KG?
Yeah, we had a graphic on the morning show. I can't remember who it's from, but yes. And the trade, that particular trade, it was only for a 5th round pick.
Yeah. See, now that intrigues me, D-Mac, but
no, there are, and these are the conversations that Brad Holmes and everybody, like, they're having. Right, is it a guy that you're going to bring in to fill the gap for this season while Hutch is out, or are you going to commit to paying big money to a big-time guy and give away, some of your assets? So, again, that's why Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell get paid the big bucks.
No doubt. Trayvon Walker's name has been brought up, depending on the cost. These are all, like, cost-dependent.
Harold Landry.
I would, too. Josh Uche.
Yep.
But he's like a linebacker.
Yeah.
Isn't he from Michigan?
Yeah, he is.
From Michigan?
Yeah.
I mean, he could play that Sam linebacker role.
No doubt.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, Neiman got a sack play, or not Neiman. Nowoski got a sack playing it.
He did.
That is true.
Is he still with the Patriots?
Yeah, and they're sunk. Like,
right, yeah.
They're done for years.
For sure.
So it is out there. But yeah, Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into there, get your thoughts out there. And Bradley says, Brad isn't going to get anyone, I promise you, that's at least not anybody notable. And maybe they like their guys.
That's the whole thing.
It's another part of it.
Maybe they do. Like, be prepared. That could be an outcome. Spenny was upfront about it, though. He said he rides with Brad Holmes. I know a lot of you don't, though. For some reason. I know a lot of you don't. And we'll see. All right, let's do this. Let's take the break to get back on the clock. You guys want to do the rest in peace?
Yeah, we can do that.
Why not?
Dr. Pierce going to join us coming up in the second hour. I'll do the Tigers financial thing. People have been asking for it. I'll do it. I said we were going to do it when the season ended. It ended over the weekend.
Rip.
Shout out Tarek Skubal. As I said on Twitter, that man saved us more times than should have been necessary.
Yeah, and he's got to go through this offseason, you know what I'm saying, with a couple to hit batter and then the next pitch. So he's a warrior. He'll be back, and that's the guy you want leading your team.
No, absolutely. Where were we? Oh, at Planet Fitness, everybody. We're live at the Planet Fitness Studios. It is the best gym in the gym game. I've been a member there for over 3 years, and I'll take it to this level. I'll never be a member at another gym. Guess what? In San Francisco over the weekend, Planet Fitness around the corner. It's right there for you. There's thousands of them around the world. There's over 50 in Metro Detroit alone. And it has everything you need. You don't need to be paying $100 a month because a place has a rock wall. All right? Treadmills are the same everywhere. The weights are the same everywhere. They got a 30-minute circuit. They got clean facilities, clean locker rooms, everything. You can take your shower, get on about your day, make it a part of your everyday existence. Go to planetfitness.com or pull in the parking lot. You can join there as well. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
What about Second Best?
Second Best in Detroit. It's home of the Woodward Sports pregame show Sundays on home game days at 42 Watson Street. You can roll in, sip on some Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time, and it's always game time at Second Best. Wing season, Piston season. They got the home preseason finale tomorrow against the Cleveland Cavs. If you're rolling out, Second Best is a spot, man. It's a couple blocks away from LCA, prime location, and they got a fantastic chicken sandwich, and they got all the drinks you need. Absolutely, there is no doubt about that. Go on downtown to Second Best. Come get some.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How would you like to win free bud for a year? That's right. Free smoke, weed, reefer, flower, however you refer to your favorite cannabis product. It's your chance to win free cannabis for a year. Compliments of Dispo Dispensary. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the screen, sign up, and you will be entered for a chance to win. Right there. Don't miss out on this insane giveaway. Sign up today to elevate your game. Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug. Disclaimer, you must be 21 years of age to enter. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, rolling up. Hour number 2, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Dr. Pierce will join us around 12:30, I was told. So there's that. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, Darren McCarty. He won a bunch of Stanley Cups and stuff.
Just 4.
Just filled up one hand with rings. But other than that, kind of an average career, I was told. Yeah.
I'm saving the thumb for the Cannabis Cup.
There we go.
All right. There it is.
KG in the building. KG, what's really good?
Hey, this conversation.
It's been spirited. Good. If you missed it, if you're just joining us, you may want to go back and enjoy myself and Spencer Raxter's conversation. Spenmo, how you living?
Hello.
Heavyweights 5 to 7 today.
Shout out.
Tap in to the show. Jump in the show. Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts out there and let it rip. And again, spirited discussion.
Let it rip, you say?
Are we ready? Ready to put some people in the coffin? It is ready. A rest in peace Tuesday. Spencer Raxter has that look on his face. He's leading off. Let's go around the horn.
All right, rest in peace here to every coach in the NFC East not named Dan Quinn. All 3 coaches other than Dan Quinn will be fired either during the season or in the offseason. I personally think Nick Sirianni is the worst coach in the NFL. Mike McCarthy is completely overrated, and Brian Daboll has that team falling apart. Not so much on him, but sorry, man, you're going to fall on the sword because the GM didn't re-sign Saquon. Somebody on this, it wasn't on this show, but on his own show, on this network, said Dan Quinn was the best coach in that division. And he got laughed at. I'm just saying, somebody might have said that. RIP to all 3 head coaches not named Dan Quinn in that division.
Did you guys see Nick Sirianni going after fans?
Yeah, man.
Nick Sirianni is a bum. He is a crybaby bitch. He's not a head coach.
What is he doing?
He's not an NFL head coach.
Like, what? That tells you all you need. If you're a head NFL coach and you're going at fans because fans are saying something to you, if I'm the ownership, like, he's gone immediately.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's just a guy from Philly.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell because they're a loser franchise, just like their city.
It's true.
I'll show you the rats. I'll show you pictures of the rats if you want. I've never seen a rat in Detroit. I never have.
All right, let's not go that
I've
far.
seen a couple
You're
rats.
right. I've seen some big ass rats.
I have not.
That's that east side living.
I never saw an army of them.
It's that upper
like
east
I did
side
in
living,
Philadelphia.
man.
I've seen a couple.
They took over the park right by the Liberty Bell. For real.
They was flipping you off in the pictures and shit.
100%. All right, what do you got, KG? Who you putting in the coffin?
Man, I hate to bite off Spinny a little bit, but I am here today to bury my 3rd NFL team of the season. I gave you the Dolphins 2 weeks ago. I believe I gave you the Jets last week. And this week is the lowest hanging fruit of them all. It's the most obvious. Rest in peace to the Dallas Cowboys.
I thought it was going to be the Jags.
Nah, but how about them Cowboys? Oh, actually, it was the Jags. I didn't give you the Jets yet, but we going to let Devontae get comfortable, and we might give you the Jets next week. But the Cowboys, what can't we say about the Dallas Cowboys? The Lions completely depants them this past week, and it shows. They're done. There's no way they come back from that. And I believe this is the beginning of the end, not just of the season, but the Dallas Cowboys in general. Jerry's getting old. He's lashing out at the media. It's not looking good. Dak can't get along with the receivers he passes to. He barely can complete a pass. I mean, Micah Parsons is probably going to be out of there. He doesn't want to stay for this bullshit. It's over. It's over. And just thank you, the Lord heavens above, that the Detroit Lions were at the head of it.
No doubt. I have more on that coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right.
D-Mac, who you putting
there's
down?
such a great theme going on here. I mean, Spenny touched on McCarthy. Kenny put another team, Dallas, in there, low-hanging fruit. I'm going to stick, dude, I am putting, and not because he just had a birthday, and we handed him just such a great
This might be coming soon for real.
To Dallas Cowboys owner, Jerry Jones, what is he, 80-something? He's yelling. Kenny said he's yelling at his
He on the diving board.
Interview, telling the reporter he'll get somebody else to ask him questions because he was asked about the ineptitude of the offseason and stuff. America's team is down the road at Ford Field.
Damn right.
Officially. Because you look at this, right? Can they get back from it or whatever else? No. They got $60 million in the quarterback. They got friggin' how much in their wide receiver? All these other guys, financially, they can't put anything together. This is the fall of every empire that we've seen right now in front of our eyes. And when the old man goes senile, Jerry Jones, and like the distractions around you, instead of worrying about what you have, it's everything around you. You mentioned about Sirianni and the fans and stuff. This ends great for all of us who aren't Cowboys fans. And because now what has happened, the emergence of America's new team, and that's the Detroit Lions. And you listen, everybody's going to fall in love, if they haven't already, for the way this team plays. And Dallas, it just gets worse. It gets way worse before it gets any better. This is just a tipping point. They're going to self-implode.
Yep.
You know, stars are going to go at each other. Probably Jerry Jones is going to fire McCarthy, even though he's got no defense.
And they won't even make the playoffs this year. Normally they make the playoffs in fold. They won't even make the playoffs.
So, bye, Jer.
People saying, Neil, you only live in the best parts of the city. Shout out East Side. I will say this. I have seen more dead bodies than I have rats. I will say that.
Okay.
Just I haven't seen rats down there, man. I just haven't. All right. Because it takes many to lower a casket, like to carry it out, this whole show is pallbearers of the Dallas Cowboys. and I'm going in as well.
Yes.
I have the white gloves on.
Yes.
I have the black suit. Yes. I have the sunglasses on. Yes. And the Detroit Lions did the eulogy. They spoke at the Cowboys' funeral on Sunday, because that's what Sunday was. It was a funeral for an organization. It was a funeral for a man who looked the media in the eye and said, there is not a better GM in this league than me doing it myself, and look at the results that you have for yourself. The Dallas Cowboys, that once proud organization that really, when we think about it, has been dead for 30 years already, because that's the last time they've done anything significant. It is over. And I've waited for this moment my entire adult life.
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys are resting in peace. They have been put in the ground. The families have walked away. We've dropped the flower on the casket.
Nas style.
That's it. That's it.
Did anybody, there's a couple things we talk about it, whatever, but that game, did anybody vibe that it wasn't a Dallas usually officiated game?
Yes.
Like it was more down the middle and called whatever, but they didn't get that hometown. Even the luster from the league is rubbing off on Jerry, and I think it was Jack Stark brought up a great point, because I wondered this too. How do you have that facility, right? And then the sun can come in and play a factor either in your quarterback's face or in your receiver's face at different times, right? Like there's just everything going wrong there. But to me, like the last sign, Neil, and you know this, when the league, right, when the officials sort of
let us do it. They let us. They enabled us to put them down.
No, they called it down the middle. Or they called it both, you know what I'm saying, both ways. And you see, like, they'd let it go both ways, and it benefits sort of us. But that to me was like, it wasn't that Homer referee crew that we usually have to play against.
That's facts.
That tells you, too, that the tide's changing.
So, Dallas Cowboys, I believe Bone Thugs and Harmony said it best. We'll see you at the crossroads, at the crossroads, at the crossroads. We'll see you at the crossroads. So you won't be lonely. Good day, Dallas Cowboys. You had a good run.
Crossroads.
It's done. You're dead and gone.
They've been dead for a couple years.
Oh, absolutely.
The body was rotting the whole time.
But we finally had the remembrance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sunday was the remembrance.
The cremation.
And it's over. Yeah, absolutely. And there it is, Cowboys. So, hey, enjoy Dak Prescott for $60 million a year. Enjoy Micah Parsons when he just chucks the deuces up and says, I'm out of here.
Enjoy that Jerry Jones standing in the KKK racist little protest picture. Enjoy all that.
All of it. So there you go.
No, don't get it wrong. There is still the road tax of a couple DPI calls, but you expect those. Like, you go on the road and you're going to get a couple.
They robbed us of a couple scores and another Kirby interception.
But they to me, at the end of the day, I felt like they didn't get in the way. Like, it didn't matter because it was just such a squash.
The Lions took it out of the refs.
Coco beware, King Kong Bundy. All right? That's what it felt like. No chance.
Coco beware, King
Remember,
Kong
like, it was like 5 seconds.
It was, squash. That's what we call a squash match.
Bird was all right, though.
Condolences to you, Rain Prescott. You're the widow.
Is he?
Yeah, because he's going to be standing there, right?
Yeah, but the whole thing, he's got $60 million.
Well, he got the inheritance.
Yeah.
Yep. So
they'll let that life insurance cashed.
Yep. So he's compensated for his woes at least.
Yeah, I guess.
So there it is. I love it. God, I love it.
Yes. Hey, we doing the Jets next week? We doing the Jets this week?
Before I go to break, right, where you could see culture deteriorating for Dallas right before our eyes in every facet of the game, and you also see culture growing. Well, that's the one thing, and before I forget, biggest play to me that popped me out of my chair was early in the game. They go to Jame over the middle, and he flat drops it, right? Where he knows it's him, everybody knows it's him, and what do? What's the next play?
Same exact play.
Right back to him.
Yeah. Same play.
Right?
Too.
Because it's like, okay, kid. And then, he scores that big touchdown later and stuff. But no, because that's one of those where you go, okay, where everybody's looking, going, oh, man, this, that, or whatever. And it's like, no, Ben Johnson, let's fire right back because that's not the norm to whatever. Get him back in. To me, that was the biggest play early. When that play was made, I was like, oh, we're off. We're off. But to me, that's the culture. Adhering to the herd. Guys taking care of each other. And in this together, right? Like, and instead of a younger guy or whatever worrying about it, he goes and makes the next play. You know? So, to me, you watched the deterioration of years of whatever their culture was, that facade, and ours growing. So I wanted to bring that point up.
Real quick before we cut to the break in the chat, Dante151, rest in peace Sam Flannel and his hate of Jake Rogers, a.k.a. Rake Rogers, who has been nominated as a finalist for the Gold Glove.
Finalist for the Gold Glove. Shout out to Jake Rogers.
Damn, Sam. I just saw him, too.
I know. Well, it didn't help.
It happened so fast.
Some people are cut to perform in the playoffs. Some aren't.
Some aren't.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always go back to that George Carlin bit when he talks about people dying. Everyone always says the same thing. I just saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah? Didn't help.
It didn't.
Tell us about Swiss, D-Mac.
Yes, sir.
Man. Absolutely. No more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. Swiss Insurance will make sure your carrier is not slipping in the extra fees. Call Mark and Swiss Insurance today. 313-530-1698. SwissINS.com. Your local insurance dealer.
To prove that you can get just as strong at Planet Fitness, we're seeing if people can tell the difference between our 75-pound dumbbell and a 75-pound dumbbell from an overpriced competitor gym. Okay, the old flick test, that never fails.
There's literally no difference.
Plus, you can save $28 or more when you join today. Wow.
Why would I pay more to lift the same weights?
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Save $28 or more. Join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness. Light price, strong choice.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand it out for more products to more people. Exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. Same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive a vroom vroom.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread as well. I did want to shout out, too, our own Woodward Sports, Braylon Edwards is going in the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame on Thursday. D-Mac, you're a part of that. Your line is in lore at the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame.
Grindline is in there.
Grindline is in there.
Shout out Braylon.
Braylon is going into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame on Thursday. Obviously, well-deserved Detroit guy. High draft pick.
Greatest receiver in the history of Michigan football.
Yeah, still.
Fact.
To this day.
Maybe the greatest player in the history of Michigan football.
I mean,
arguable.
Chuck Woodson.
Yeah, he's up there with Woodson.
Yeah, it's arguable, but yeah.
I think even Braylon would tell you.
But
there you go. All right. Okay, there you go.
But he played in 04 and it's 2024, and there still hasn't been a receiver to match what he did.
No, there hasn't been. And obviously local guy as well. People sleep on his NFL career.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Big facts.
he's undervalued what he did in the National Football League. Yeah. He's the all-time leading single-season touchdown leader still for the Cleveland Browns. Still. Yeah. In this day and age of passing and everything that goes along with that, he still is. So
2 AFC championships.
Yeah.
Should have won one if Mark Sanchez wasn't his quarterback. But
that is true. So shout out to Braylon. He's a good dude. He's obviously a friend of ours, and I'd like to see that.
Welcome, Bray.
Yeah,
welcome
to the club.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I should have my jacket and then shake his hand.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
Maybe in 30 years I'll get in there, D-Mac. We'll
there you
see.
go. Keep working.
Absolutely.
Keep working.
I'll be put in. Maybe I'll be put up in.
You were in, but Mike G rescinded his ballot.
Yeah, rescinded the application.
Right.
So you were out by a vote.
Your bus got to be that Vikings lady slapping you in the face.
Maybe they'll put me in the Minnesota Sports Hall.
Right.
They seem to talk about me a lot over there. So there is that. Greg B, I agree, Neil. No, Braylon, IT hips. Didn't Braylon have a major injury early in his career? I don't recall like a major one.
He's had stuff here and there, but yeah.
His malfunction was wrong organization.
Right. The Browns. That was his major injury.
Tough.
Yeah.
Man, that's
running
tough.
offenses.
No, I've had some good conversations with him about that. And like, even he says, like, there's some things he wish he did differently.
100%.
You know, I'm sure you have some things. We all do. Like, that's all of our
that's
lives.
Life, yeah.
You know? So yeah, shout out to him. It's definitely very cool. I give the link to tickets, but they're all sold out already. So that's the unfortunate part. Oh, by the way, I did want to credit too the edge discussion. I was quoting an article from Pride of Detroit that Eric Schlitt tweeted out. Eric does a good job. Pride of Detroit does a good job, even though they block me on Twitter.
Still to this day, you still blocked. Damn.
What is it? Jeremy Reisman?
Yeah.
He blocked me.
That damn tone,
he's soft.
Yeah, like he got. It was Tone.
Yep.
Now this time it was Tone.
This one you deserve.
Yeah.
Was it David Blau or Tim Boyle?
It was one of those two. I think it was David Blau. It was like May.
Electric in the red zone.
Yeah, and they were like, they put out a tweet and they said on 7-on-7 drills, David Blau took the offense right down the field and punched it in the end zone. And I said, guys, I respect that you have to put out content, and you guys do a good job. You do a great job. I read your stuff. I can't click on the link from Twitter though because you guys block me, but I'll still go to it and read it. And I said, I'm sorry, but I'm not participating in David Blau tweets about 7-on-7 drills going, quote, down the field and into the end zone. I'm not participating.
What they supposed to do, Neil?
Like a New York World Series. I'm not participating. I have a line, D-Mac. David Blau tweets about 7-on-7 drills. That's the line. I will not step over that line.
I understand.
So there's
they
that.
got mad at you for that?
I think so, yeah.
Still mad.
Mike G, Neil, did you break Blau's leg too? No, because I didn't expect more. Nor did I get more. so there is that one. But anyway, yeah. The Tigers. Let's talk about it, D-Mac. We didn't get a chance to. I was like everybody else, disappointed with the way that it ended. But with D-Mac, what did I tell everyone last week? If they lose, how is it going to go down? And they didn't lose it. I don't feel like they lost the series in the Game 5. I feel like they lost the series in the Game 4.
Yeah, the 2-run shot by Fry. right? Unfortunately, Bo Brisky. But you know what? When you go down and you're going to go down with the guys that got you there, and you look at
100%.
the home runs that were hit off of Bo Brisky, and then Tarek Skubal. I mean, it's going to happen. It happens to the best of them. It happened to their closer game one and stuff like this. It's unfortunate, but no, you can't have anything but pride for the free roll and where they were at in a big season. Now, right? It's let the dust settle, and now there's a lot more expectation, and if you want to call it pressure or whatever, but it's all on Scott Harris, Chris Ilitch, and how are they gonna? Now they got something. What are they gonna do with it? That's what it is. And then you break down, where we're at with salary. All that I know is you had 13 rookies. Your top guy made $2.5 million. And something like that. So there's
your playoff payroll was under $19 million. Can't have that again. You can't. Look throughout history, dude. Teams that win the World Series are always almost unilaterally. You can give me the unicorn. You can go ahead and do that. However, you're universally in the top half of payroll at a minimum.
Yeah.
You damn sure ain't 28th.
Right.
This isn't Tampa. This isn't Oakland. We're a major city. We're a big market city. That's got to change.
And we're not asking them to be number one in payroll either.
100% not. 100% not. I get what they did. We talked about this when they hired Scott Harris and they changed the fundamentals of the organization. We talked about it was apparent what the goal was. Mm-hmm. The goal was going to be to go more of this, I don't want to call it Moneyball style, but more along the lines of what the Rays do. Developing.
Yeah.
Developing, and then you kind of supplement. Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't do any supplementing last year. No. They didn't. And it's fine. It's fine. I feel like they lost that game when they had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to score runs, and they couldn't.
They should have won game 4.
They didn't. They had tons of opportunities.
Yep.
Even into the game 5, they had tons of opportunities. They didn't have the bats, and you knew at the end. See, here's the difference. People are going to talk about Skubal or whatever. The Guardians had their Cy Young candidate implode once, but they had the depth to overcome it. We did not.
There you go.
That's it, right? Am I wrong?
You're not going to have the depth with $19 million in your payroll.
You're just not. You're absolutely not. And I'm not being critical of it. I'm not. Woodward Sports chat thread, IT Hips. They need to spend some money on some right-handed hitters and a starter or two. If they do nothing, they'll lose the fans again. See, because here's the deal now. Here's where it changes. This past year was the organic run, where it came out of nowhere. No one expected it. And lo and behold, we got in the playoffs. Lo and behold, we won a series. It was fun. I do thank the Tigers for that. I do. And it was some payoff for that last decade of when I watch games in August when they're 20 games out of first place. But I still watch every day because that's what I do. Now, with that being said, salute. The guys did a great job. I love it. I'm happy with it. It was a ton of fun. Spenny, you had a ton of fun. We all had a ton of fun.
Yes, we did.
Literally every Tigers fan had a ton of fun. Now,
it's time to get
in
serious.
April, show us. Mm-hmm. You told us this, right? Tigers ownership told us this. We remember the line, we will spend when the time is right.
When the core is identified.
Well, the core is identified.
Yeah.
And the time is right. So here we go. And I don't have a hit list of candidates or anything like that. I'll leave that to you guys. All right? But the time is now to go on in there and make the moves, because this one was organic. The next one, there's consequences. You know what I'm saying? If you don't chase this, people are going to be upset, man. What do you got, KG?
Yeah, just a few key points from the press conference. He brought up Matt Vierling in terms of, what they want to do going forward. So it seems like they want versatile players. He mentioned players that can play in the dirt and in the grass.
That's fine.
That's an indicator
there's
of the
something
type.
to that.
Exactly. They also brought up pitching. So pitching, they are absolutely going to go after. And then, of course, I got to get your take on the whole Javi Baez thing. They are going to give him every opportunity to be on that roster in spring.
Okay. I'm not going to do what you guys think I was going to do with this. I'm not. If they're not going to cut him, send him away now, that's fine. If he's on this roster opening day, then we got a problem.
Okay.
Then we got a problem.
They feel like they can fix him.
If you want to give him one last run at spring training or whatever, you want to give him one last run, that's fine. he can't be involved.
Not as your starter.
I will stand down until opening day, the opening day roster, because he can't be a part of this. And I know the room loves him, and all the Miggy's in best shape of his life. The room loves Javi and all that kind of stuff. D-Mac, I'll defer to you. You tell me if I'm being an idiot here. But if you have had 3 consecutive years of declining production, culminating in being the worst everyday player in the history of Major League Baseball for an entire season, which he was, that's not tone, that's not what I think, it's identifiable. Look at the numbers. I don't understand how that could sit well in the locker room. I can't, D-Mac, because it is a bottom line thing. He may be a great guy. He may be a great guy, but.
No, but Trey Sweeney has played himself into your starting shortstop, I believe.
Exactly.
Unless they go get somebody, yeah.
Right? So for whatever reason, and then they're going to make that decision. So let's leave it till then, right? Leave the Baez thing till then, because Scott Harris and Chris Ilitch come out and said the team's going to be here in spring. He's got a role or whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that if he's in this lineup, right, and it goes back to even an inkling of him being what he is, yeah, you're gonna have a revolt.
No,
you're gonna.
Okay, so D-Mac, I'm not talking out of my ass here, then, right?
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. There's also other things. Is that Javi Baez is the least of my worries, right? I'm worried about who are we gonna add. My question is, have we made ourselves attractive enough to attract some free agents that maybe we wouldn't in the past that are good players? I'm looking what we add to the team. That's fine. I get it. The money's there. Javi Baez, you're going to show up at camp and do whatever. I don't think he's a factor he wasn't a factor in the last 2 months or whatever else. So
they want to fix him.
This team and what they did to get there, he was on the outside looking in. So I'm more concerned what are you going to do with improve the starting pitching? How are you going to get me a big bat? Are you going to get me that third baseman? Right? I mean, what is all the rest of it? So, yeah, Neil, it'd be smart, because then you won't drive yourself crazy when you see Javi Baez doing these things and all the stories out of training camp and stuff like this. I don't think it's a resurrection project. I just think it's buying time.
No doubt. 14 Grit, welcome to the Woodward crew. Welcome in there. Woodward Sports chat thread, Thomas Perry, where can they send him? Are we not stuck with him? No, you're stuck with the contract. You're not stuck
absolutely.
with him, you're stuck with the contract.
Because nobody's trading for that.
Salty Pork Chops, Baez is a cancer. I heard the morning show saying this, and I'm not prepared to say that. A cancer.
We didn't say he was a cancer.
No, there were people in the chat that were saying he's a cancer. I don't buy that, because they do at least publicly seem to like the guy, and I don't deal in that. I wouldn't call him a cancer. His ineffectiveness at being a Major League Baseball player hurts the team.
Yeah.
That is factual.
Regression every single year.
Every single year. Culminating in the worst. And I'll keep saying this because no one else is saying it in this town. I don't get why. Culminating in being the worst everyday player in Major League Baseball history. So I don't see how that helps you. And it's not a coincidence that when he went out, they won more games than they lost.
A lot more.
Because you took away one of the worst everyday players, and Sweeney was a plus WAR shortstop. So there's the math right there. It's not hard to see. So again, though, you have him, you're stuck with him. Maybe he goes and sees a healer. Maybe Chris Fetter touches his arm, and then all of a sudden, he's better again. I don't know. But I know he can't be there when it matters for sure. Can they send him down to AAA? No, he's a veteran. He can refuse that assignment. So there is nothing you can do. As far as the free agent thing, so the Tigers, as they sit right now, cash total $38.5 million for next year. 28th payroll in baseball. 28th. So you want to look at free agency? Alex Bregman, Spot Track has him pegged about $30 million market value per year.
Okay.
So it's going to cost you, right? Anybody cool with 8 at 240, 7 at 210?
I'm cool with any money
Chris
spent.
Ilitch isn't cool with it.
Right. Any money spent, I'm cool with.
Okay.
Just spend some damn money.
Everybody that's a free
veterans.
agent of consequence, their age starts with a 3.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast. So, it's out there. Corbin Burns, free agent.
I would love that.
You want another pitcher, right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be great.
Yeah, I would love if we got Corbin Burns and then we had Skubal and Burns, but Baltimore didn't.
Yep.
Have fun, Baltimore. Mm-hmm. You had your chance, man.
Be whooping that ass for years to come.
100%. Juan Soto, who says no?
You come on now.
Give him a blank check.
Next.
Give him a blank check.
I got to see what Spot Track has.
Hold on. You know I got to do it.
That's little Chris.
Come on now.
Knocking over them garbage cans. Knocking over them garbage cans.
Come on now. Next.
Juan Soto, what? 10 at 450?
Next.
Yeah, you got the break. I know. I got to hit the break. I know. Pregame show, everybody. You guys know what it is. Myself and Sean Belesian. But did you know that starts early in the morning at 8 a.m.? Terry Foster, young Matthew Broder. They have Woodward and Maine from 8 to 9 a.m. And then they kick it over to us for the New Holland Brewing Company. Pregame show, Sunday, 10 to noon. We will be right here in studio. Home games, we're down there at Second Best, by the way, 42 Watson Street. And that's brought to you by Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. It is the best pregame show in all of Detroit. It's better than anything on the flagship. It's better than anything on TV. It's better than anything you're going to get anywhere else. Myself and Sean Belesian chopping it up. We had a good time on Sunday. We have a good time all the time because that's the way that it is. Nobody is doing football Sundays like Woodward Sports, one of the biggest digital sports networks in America.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza now has new signature wings. For a limited time only, you can get 7 different flavors of wings from Soroki's. They're really good. The spicy garlic is my favorite for sure, so make sure you go check them out while you can. To find a Soroki's near you, go to sorokis.com.
Still slap, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They're chicken tenders, man.
Even left over, they good.
Yep.
Like, guys, I'm telling you, if you haven't, you got to hit up Soroki's, man, for real. You absolutely do. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty back with you. KG, Spencer Raxter in the building. Just kind of wrapping up this Tigers discussion. Now, the payroll will go up. Jump in that Woodward Sports chat thread. Get your thoughts out there. The payroll will go up because Tarek Skubal's salary is going to go up. Still under, team control, but winning a Cy Young is good for the bank account, even when you're under team control. Spot Track estimates his salary is going to go up to about $11.5 million, and that's up.
Still the biggest deal. Might still be the 100%. Biggest deal in baseball.
It will go up from $2.6 million that he made last year. So there is that as well. I would like to see them extend him,
before it gets too late. But
that would be nice.
I would, you've decided that's what you're going to do, so you're going to roll with him. So I would like to see him do that, but that's just me.
And you're not going to have the Javi money, but re-sign Chris Fetter, please. You need to lock him down too.
Woodward Sports 14 Grit. Harris comment from the presser. I understand dollars spent is the most convenient measure of activity. I agree. It is easy. It's not really how we think about it. We don't chase a payroll threshold. We chase talent. Understand? Agree. The Lions have been built along that same mantra.
Also, Chris Illich said when we establish our core, we'll spend some money. I think the core is established.
Most of it, yeah.
I would say you are absolutely correct. I would like to see Riley Green locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. The earlier you do it, the cheaper it is. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm trying to help you. So, help me help you. As far as the free agency thing goes, if you want Corbin Burns, you're going to have to make it rain. You're going to have to overpay. I think
Max Fried, Walker Buehler.
Yeah.
We
can fix you.
Let Chris Fetter lay his hands upon Walker Buehler's elbow and arm and heal him. Heal him.
Have Flaherty come back.
Flaherty's a free agent as well.
That's a great point, right? Is there reclamation projects out there that you can bring here? Because
absolutely.
Chris Fetter's, so you get a discount, throw them in the shop,
yeah.
Bring them back brand new. I don't mind that because you're going to get a discounted price.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that out there as well. You talked about Max Fried, Jack Flaherty out there. Sean Manaea's out there. I'd like to see how...
With Chris Fetter, yeah, I'm with it.
But, I mean, he was good coming down the stretch last year. He's 33.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could be one that's, like, slept on a little bit by the market.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Number 3 or 4 in your pitching rotation, I'm with it.
There you go, 100%. So there's avenues out there. There is no doubt about it. We'll see how they move. Willie Adames is somebody that a lot of people were talking about. If Javi's in at spring training, then that kind of, and you have McKinney and Javi,
yeah,
then you're out. You're not in. You're not in on Willie Adames.
It's crazy. What about first base though? Because they did say they wanted to, hold on to Torque, but they need to see a lot of improvement from him. But I do feel like they maybe need to add somebody there as well.
No, I could definitely see
yeah,
that.
what about
Maybe
first
that
base?
candidate's in-house.
First base?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's behind Torque?
No, maybe you have someone that you can convert to first base.
Oh, got you. Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, absolutely. The councilman, Robert Colosia, Flaherty's an L.A. kid, played at one of my high school rivals. He was L.A. High School Pitcher of the Year. Zero chance that he leaves L.A., and that's sad. Why do you have to do that, Robert?
See?
Bring everybody down like that. Alan W., don't get me wrong, I'm sure Flaherty would rather be 3 wins away from the World Series like he is now, but you can tell that he wishes he was a part of the magical run. Now, I feel like he's grateful to the organization too, that working with the pitching demigod that is Chris Fetter, when he laid his hands upon Jack Flaherty.
I don't want to say his career was over, but a lot of the league had given up on Jack Flaherty.
Yeah.
When we got him.
And now he's the best pitcher on the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
It's wild.
That's the way that it works.
They are starting to get that reputation for repairing guys, especially arms. So,
what do you want to see, D-Mac? Anything in particular? Bullpen looks pretty solid.
No, I mean, I think you've opened it up, right? I got to see you got to bring a big bat. I think that this is the year that somebody, a name or whatever else, and
at
I
least
think
one.
it's like we need that bat, and I believe that now's the time to go out and get it. As far as the pitching goes and whatever like that, like I'm more into the reclamation projects and to see what Chris Fetter and this can do, because if you get it, say it's a Walker Buehler or something like that has proven in the past that if it's just mechanics and coming off an injury and maybe that's what they need. If you're Chris Fetter, do you not have a wish list of guys you want to work with that are out there when you come to it that you think that you can fix? Mm-hmm. So my thing is that whoever is brought in here, if there is a question about him, if it's a pitcher, let's see training camp, but let's see after Chris Fetter's got a hold of him. Because that's a caveat. Look at it, you got Ben Johnson on the offense for the Lions. You got Chris Fetter, the pitching coach here. The coaches are as important as the managers in this city. We've said that all along with all the former players for the Lions. But so cheaper, right? Because you're going to get somebody cheaper. But that's how I think they're going to handle the pitching. But I need a bat. I need that guy. And you know what? It's probably, if you're thinking of who would it be, you brought him up already. Bregman. Even at that number, you're going to put, because of his familiarity with A.J. Hinch, because of his position at third base, because of what he means at the top of the lineup, because we watch him and he's
still looked
a
dangerous
great
in that
influence and a
series.
leader in the locker room as far as not taking a pitch off. Right? That's what you want as your money guy.
Yeah.
Right? That's where you want your 25, 30 million going in your infield, is to that guy. So we'll see. Questions to be answered, but now there's more expectations.
14 grit, Anthony Santander, switch hitting right fielder. Oh,
I would love that.
I would too. I'm a big fan.
There
of
you
him.
go.
Gotta pay up.
All these.
Yeah.
Got to pay up.
I'm curious Curious where they would have his market value at. He's got to be in that $30 million.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's up there. One of the best outfielders.
Let me see here. Spot Track kind of has him a little bit lower, around 20. If you get him for 20, man, I load up. How long you want to play for?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I would do that. But they do. The moral of the story is something has to be done.
Yeah.
Something. And I'm not. Again, I get it that you're in talent acquisition, not payroll, thresholds or anything like that. I understand that. But something's got to be done. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, we'll be joined by our guy, Dr. Jeff Pierce of the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. I wonder what we'll talk about. He's already gone viral throughout the social media, breaking down the Hutchinson thing. I got a story I want to talk to him about with where I was when that news broke. So we'll certainly get into all of it.
When they built that ladder.
Where were you when you hired Mark White?
It's true. Mark White, he should be your first choice if you're looking to buy or sell a home, because he'll save you up to $5,000 of your closing costs. Just visit him at markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. Again, Mark White will save you up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That could buy you a lot of taller long drink.
Dude, absolutely. That's what it would do for me, as a matter of fact. I get it by the pallet because it's the best drink ever made. New Holland Brewing Company, local Michigan producers. They use the New Holland small batch gin that they make right over there on the west side of the state. The Dutch long drink, taller. It's got the small batch gin. It's got a little grapefruit puree in there as well. It hits, everybody. I'm just telling you guys. It is my favorite drink. KG's on it. Everybody is on it. And why wouldn't you be? Don't sleep on New Holland's bourbon either. The beer barrel bourbon, the origin, all of it. They're just doing it right out there at New Holland Brewing Company. Taller, the Dutch long drink.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Force.
Hey, KDK Law, everybody. You're going through divorce, child custody, family law, child visitation, all that messy stuff. All right? You need excellence on your side. You need Kevin and Catherine from KDK Law right here in Birmingham.
We want prenup.
Over 10 years of experience. And guess what, guys? You're probably losing sleep about it. 24/7 availability as well. Get the best on your side. Scan the QR code on the screen. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you. They will pay your filing fee. But guess what, guys? This isn't about getting a filing fee paid for. This is about everything that's important to you. Have the best on your side. KDK Law in Birmingham. They'll have your back.
We want prenup, yeah.
All right, keeping it pushing, everybody. It is Tuesday, so you know what that means. Our injury insider, Dr. Jeff Pierce, courtesy of the Michigan Sports and Spine Center, MRI of Southfield, joins us. And, Doc, appreciate the time, as always. I know you're going viral around all the socials right now.
Yeah,
I thought that we had the exclusivity with you, but we'll talk about that off air.
All right.
Don't want to put you on the spot.
I'm loyal.
I was telling the guys, and I told this story earlier, just kind of backing up what you said on Ermanni and Edwards yesterday. I was around some of the Pistons medical team on Sunday night, and they were kind of passing the phone around, looking at the Hutchinson situation, and they walked away encouraged for all the reasons that you said. Clean break, as long as there's no nerve damage. I did want to ask you about this, and this is kind of putting you on the spot because I didn't bring it up to you. One of the things that they were most encouraged about was the fact that it didn't break the skin, like the bone breaking didn't protrude out of the skin and stuff like that. They said that was a big deal. Why is that?
That is a big deal. So it wasn't a compound, or where it removes from the skin, because now you're dealing with a lot of other stuff. You're dealing with infection, you're dealing with the skin break, you're dealing with a longer recovery, a bigger operation. I mean, if it's just the bone, you know, the rods, the pins, the screws, all that stuff can stabilize that. And then there's more risk of tissue damage, right? Because that bone's piercing through the tissue, that's more recovery that you need to deal with. A simple break is kind of, like I've said before, you know, do you want a fractured tibia or an ACL injury? You probably pick the fractured tibia, just in comparison of severity. An Achilles tendon, you know, worse than what he has. The thing is, it was so violent that everybody got so excited. But they're right. I mean, you're talking to the professionals. That's how I looked at it. It's like, did it enter outside the skin? How much damage was done? You know, there was a rumor initially it was tibia fibula, you know, both bones, and then everybody said no, it was just a tibial repair, and then it clarified. I think one person just kind of misspoke and everybody ran with it, because to have that much movement of the bones and not have both of them break would have been very unusual. So right now, like they're saying, you wanted a quick injury. It was quick. It wasn't like, you know, rolling in a motor vehicle accident or 5 guys rolled up on him. It was an odd experience. I mean, if you see it, how he kind of swung around, he was grabbing him, he swung around and hit our player in the leg. It just kind of, you know, like you hit the side of the wall. It was funny, like my son was trying to reenact it. It's like, how could this happen? You know, it's like, think about hitting your foot up against a wall, that the wall's not going to move and something's got to give.
Right.
So, and then
that's what they called it, a lesson in physics.
Yeah, exactly. Hitting the right spot at the right time. The other thing is the way he's built from a physiological standpoint. He's so top heavy. He's large up above. From the knee down, it's probably, I don't want to say because he's huge, it's probably the weakest part of his body. So all that power and velocity that he's creating, all that momentum, and then hitting that wall, the other player, you know, it's a freak accident. That could happen 9 more times and nothing. He gets up, rubs his leg, and runs off the field type of thing. So it's just, you know, the anatomy of it.
No, I was just going to say, Doc, so what I'm hearing, and tell the people at home, is this the best case scenario coming out of what we're watching it and then where we're at a couple days later? Like this really is, if it was going to happen, but you're making it sound like from the surgery and everything, the information coming out, that this is the best case scenario.
I believe, from what I know knowledge-wise, there is no nerve damage. There's no vascular shearing or tearing. You know, we have shearing of vessels. Obviously, there's got to be some internal damage to it because you can't have all that momentum and fracture without some of that. But I think it's being kept to a minimal. You know, like I said yesterday, family insiders have said, you know, the doctors said coming out, this is way better than we anticipated. I think what we're seeing is way better than anticipated. The type of person he is way better than anticipated. I know we're throwing a 6 to 8 month time frame, and that's classic time frames. That's, you know, traditional numbers. Hutchinson, like you mentioned, you know, with the coach, if someone's going to come back early, he's going to come back early. Can he push it so early? And I don't want to disappoint the viewers because I got them all excited because I said he's going to beat the 6 months. I still believe he's going to beat the 6 months.
But 6 months is April. you
6
know?
months, but people aren't thinking that way. They're just saying, oh, that's great. It's faster than anticipated. But if you do the math, I think we're 118 days to Super Bowl. And, you know, the question is, what's best for him, right? So you guys want to ask me what's best for him is he's an unbelievable player. He's proven his ability. He's proven his skill set. I've always said sometimes an injury turns into a positive because they're more in tune, more dedicated, and more committed. Hutchinson didn't have those issues. I think the man was committed from the day he came out of the womb. He's just that kind of individual. His excitement, his energy. Is he going to lose a step? I don't think so. I think this is going to heal. There's going to be a clean fracture heal is what we're hearing. There's obviously the secret sauces that we're going to utilize on him, or they're going to utilize. Sorry, I'm not part of that treatment.
Yeah.
I welcome to be part of the treatment. I think we do have a lot to offer but he has a very skillful team that is going to take a look at every advancement. To push him for, all right, I'll let you ask questions. I'm not going to lead myself.
People do have a question. Tony D wants to know, why didn't Aleem break his shin?
Because one magnificent person against another, I think he hit his. He's got a little more bone structure, and the other thing is
he's thick. He's thicker.
He's made thick. That would be a good definition of him. But the other thing is that if you look at the physics of it, Hutchinson's flying through the air with no stability. His leg was on the ground as a stable force.
As a 300-pound man, yeah.
So it's sitting like the wall, like I gave the example. The wall is stabilized. You're coming to swing into it. And it's just like...
You've all picked up a stick and hit a pole. That's exactly what it was.
Right.
Stick on pole. It's going to break.
Hell yeah.
Well, MMA is classic for these kind of things.
People are talking about that as well.
Yeah, I mean, MMA, that's part of the... it's part of the win.
It's a strategy.
Right. It's sad, but the fibula is your weakest bone. The tibia falls close to it, especially in the lower part of your body. Anatomically, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. The question is now, I won't make that prediction for another 3 weeks, but I think the next 2 to 3 weeks on how quickly he goes from, walking to speed walking. I push very large. The aquatic therapy is going to be key to his recovery. Get him in the water, let him take some of that pressure off and get some of the normal mechanics. The quicker you can restore normal mechanics of the foot, the more encouraging it's going to be.
Talking with our injury insider, of course, it is Dr. Jeff Pierce. We hadn't had a chance to talk to him yet about this because he betrayed us and went on Ermanni and Edwards first. Wait a minute. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, Doc. I didn't mean to paint you in a bad light like that. You'll be on with them Thursday, though. Yeah.
I'll be with them on Thursday.
Absolutely.
I just felt it was good for the audience to understand.
No doubt. No, we appreciate you.
And I appreciate the people that have pushed the button, the like button, and all that. I'm not used to this social media. My team's a little excited that we are getting some noise from it, but I think it's an understanding of an unfortunate situation. And like Mac's saying, we're dealing with it. Now it's how do we maximize the recovery and things like that. I think we are in a position where we can say we do have probably the best scenario possible for a bad situation.
Not worried, which this comment runs counter to that. It says, I love Hutch, but coming back full throttle, I don't think he'll ever be the same. Sorry, and I'm thinking of him, obviously. I'm mad and sad about it.
Well, the one thing I say to that, not to jump in, but, I quoted Kobe. Kobe had a major injury. It made him more focus on rehab and recovery, and that I'm going to beat that. What Kobe had? Did he have an Achilles?
Achilles, yeah.
Achilles. Career. He came back. Was he as good?
No, I mean the Achilles is. I don't want to call it a death sentence, but it's a limiter.
He was later in his career too.
Right.
You're talking Hutchinson early in his career. Granted, and I challenge that chat person. Hutchinson's young, right? So Mac can contest this. Young hockey energy is great. Is it the best thing for this when you're playing the sport? Sport-specific intelligence will outweigh speed and craziness, right?
He's 24. Yeah.
He's 24. He's got to learn a lot. He's got a lot of football intelligence to incorporate into his game that's going to make him a better player, an impact player that I think, will he win Defensive Man of the Year? I think with a chip on his shoulder, I'm not betting against him at all.
Woodward Sports chat thread, jump into that BD3 says, Dr. Jeff Pierce making me think Hutch going to be back week 9, LOL. So, yeah.
I'm not confirming that.
You're not confirming that. Doc, as always, we appreciate your time and stepping through. And, you cheated on us a little bit with Ermanni and Edwards, but that's fine, Doc. Doc, I forgive you.
I'm there for the family.
I know you are.
I'm there for the family. I'm there for you guys. You guys can get one up on them on the next one.
All right, Doc.
But yeah, I mean the recovery, everything else, and Nothing else to talk about.
No, that's it. No, I'm sorry. This week, that's all there was, Doc. I'm sorry. Tell them about the watch party, Spenmo.
I will tell them about the watch party because the live watch party and post-game show are both at Hayes Social. Come out and join us. It was a blast this week. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Make sure you get out to Hayes Social every Lions game for the live watch party and the post-game show. Woodward Sports is doing Lions coverage better than anybody in the state.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's up, everybody? Neil Rule for the best youth sports leagues in town. That's right, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan, 3C Sports Leagues. They do football, they do cheers. A matter of fact, they're down to the championship, and they will be playing that this weekend at Ford Field. Go to bgcsm.org. But don't forget, for next year, guys, it is the best youth football and cheer program in the city. There's 6 teams to choose from. All the coaches are trained, certified, undergo background checks, all of it. So next year, if you're looking for something around the town, this is the move, everybody. And you know, it's the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeastern Michigan. You know the great work that they do in the community as well. Go to bgcsm.org for more information. All right, final segment of the show. Neil Rule and D-Mac. D-Mac's got breakfast for lunch. That's how he operates. KG, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread.
Little Wings talk or what?
Yeah, real quick. Let me get this one, though. Phil in the chat. He always pops in about this time to say Neil sucks. So that's out there as well.
Shout out, Phil.
That's all. Hey, Phil. Sorry, man. Sorry I don't do it for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's more of an E&E guy.
Is he?
I don't know.
It sounds about right.
I'm just talking.
Yeah, it's fitting.
Just trying to create some controversy.
Yeah,
that's all.
very, very fitting. The Wings vibes I'm getting from the people. All right, was the Penguins thing bad? Yep. Played a very, very good first period, got cooked the other 2 periods. Beautiful shutout against Nashville. Beautiful. Got cooked yesterday by a superior team. Remember, Rangers were a minus 250 favorite in that game. D-Mac, this is what they're a 500 team that's going to play around 500. And for every 6-game winning streak they go on, there'll be a 6-game losing streak because that's how 500 teams operate. I don't know.
Yeah, but the expectations are to be better than that because they were better than that last year and stuff like this. But they need some consistency, right? You know, first 3 games, you got 3 different goaltenders. To me, it's like you can't give up 4 goals in this league. I don't care what it is. Your defense or whatever, you got to find a way. I mean, it's a 2 or 3 goals against, and they got to improve, and it hasn't improved to that. So there are question marks with this team. I mean, I like to see Dylan Larkin get a second of the season. You know, so starting to go early, but you need more throughout the roster. And this is you nailed it, Neil. The biggest thing this is what it's gonna be throughout the season, and you're gonna battle.
The difference is like the power play stinks right now.
Yeah.
That's the difference, and that's the ebb and flow of a hockey season. The power play comes and goes. They were what were they? They were top 10 last year.
Yep.
Ninth.
Yeah. They were 9th in the league. They're not running hot right now. That will come around. It will. I mean, I don't want to say business as usual, but again, for me, you're not going to get the shocky hot take, I'm going to sell fear. Because I don't do that, man. I tell you what I think in the time. And I do get the sense, though, that a lot of people, I don't want to say like are jumping off the bandwagon or anything like that, but I do get that vibe. Woodward Sports chat thread. I love my Wings, but they don't look good right now. They're 1-2, man. And oh, by the way, how are those New Jersey Devils looking, D-Mac? They're 4-1.
Right. I mean, what did I tell you? They're going to be better by just strictly another year of their young guys in this league, but also the coach. They added Sheldon Keefe from Toronto, and I think that he's more fit to coach this New Jersey team. So it ain't going to be – there's not a night off. You'll be ready to go every night. So, again, back at it, Thursday?
Yeah, and again, Panthers are 2-2. The Bruins are 2-2. Like we're talking like obviously super early in the season, and I've always kind of been one of those people. I'm not a let it play out. Like tell me what you think right now, but I don't know how you feeling, Spenmo. You're a big Wings guy, bigger than people give you credit for. Where are you at?
I mean, you said it. The power play needs to be better. They're like 1 of 10, I think, or
not
1
good
of
enough.
9. No, you can't do that, and you're missing Gostisbehere, you're missing Perron, but you've got enough talent to make up for it. Guys need to step up.
Especially on the power play.
Yeah.
Especially on the power play. I mean, like, am I concerned about Larkin? No.
Mm-mm.
Am I concerned about DeBrincat? No. Am I concerned about Kane? No. So then, why would you be like overly concerned? The power play will be there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3 games into the season. I'm not overreacting or anything. They played the Rangers. The Rangers are a Stanley Cup favorite for a reason.
Yes, Thursday. The Rangers are in town at LCA, T-Mac.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah. The East is a beast.
No
Rangers
doubt.
are a beast. They're not at the top of your list to win the Cup this year, then they're coming together.
It's time for them, isn't it?
That's
Absolutely.
for sure.
It's time. I thought they were going to win it last year.
Lafreniere looks better. He looks a little more physical. You still got Zibanejad and Panarin, and Igor's probably the best goalie in the league.
So they have the Rangers at home, then they're at Nashville, they're at the Islanders, and they're home against New Jersey. That's the way this is in this conference. So that about does that. What is today?
Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right, so
Top
tomorrow.
5 tomorrow. Top 5 tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, what are we doing?
I forgot. We did have one.
We had one lined up, and I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hang here for
Top 5 surprise tomorrow. Oh, stick around. You got to be here to see what it is. We don't even know.
All right, we'll give the chat a couple. I know we had one lined up.
You should just do a
Don't you have
top
a
5
list?
off the fly one day. Just not today, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just one off the cuff. But
Come on, guys. Come through. But it's about a 20-second delay, so I'm holding out right now. I know we had one.
We don't have to tell them what it is. They just have to show up,
That's
and we'll
facts.
have one.
Top 5 tragedies caused by Neil.
That must have been from Mike.
Last
Neil's
2
on the
hurricanes.
grassy knoll.
Yeah, last
Right.
2 hurricanes. My doing as well.
Yep.
You did go down there.
Notice I got out just in time.
Right. Well, of course.
Yeah.
People are saying gilfs. ENT said gilfs.
Top 5.
Is that what it was?
What was it?
I'll
We
be
did
down
that
for
one,
that.
didn't we?
I thought we did that too. Yeah.
Y'all did top 5 gifts. I wasn't here.
We did. I know we did. Top 5 fluids. We did that one.
Yeah, finally.
Top 5 milks. Was that it?
Top 5
No.
milks.
That wasn't it.
Is there
but
5 milks?
Oh yeah.
It really ain't.
There's 5.
If you doing anything other than chocolate or strawberry, you on
Number
a
1,
different type of
mommy's
time.
milk.
Yeah.
Number
Top
2,
5 favorite
Kroger chocolate milk.
TV shows of all time.
Top 5 TV shows?
We did that
Top
one.
5 favorite
Did we?
television.
We did a top 5 TV something. Or maybe that was TV shows that got canceled or something.
We'll
Well,
think of something.
At some point, yeah. At some point,
I don't know. Looks like we'll be figuring it out, and you guys will have to tune in tomorrow.
Yep. Well,
top 5 guilty pleasures.
I feel
We
like
do that
No,
one?
no.
we did.
No, Spenny.
We did that one though. I thought.
No, we did. Oh, no.
She's a
DNCNT said top 5
tiny
bad moms.
dancer.
yeah.
Dances
That's mine
for
were hot
money.
moms. Everybody else did bad moms. I did hot moms.
Yeah.
And D-Mac just did moms.
Oh, we're getting overtime today. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Top 5 Halloween candy? Maybe
Oh,
we'll do
there
that
you
one.
go.
We'll do that one the week of.
okay.
Yeah,
we should do
that's
that
the week of.
Mine gonna be all chocolate.
Well,
All right. Well, I guess.
Spitty trying to get you up out of here.
We'll have a top 5 tomorrow. What it'll be, you'll have to,
you have to tune in to find out.
Right.
For DMAC, for Spencer Raxter,
Deuces. Have a great day.
for KG. Well, see you later.